horses, running like 150. So I was like, that guy is fucking cool, it's a badass. And without fame, without money, but everywhere he goes, hey, Mr. Guerra, hey, Marlon, like, I mean, let's pray a few cows or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
He was always making business in town. And this is more farm town, so
right.
Either you're cool or you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, this is small town.
Right.
And I was just like, as a kid, I remember just paying attention to every little talk. Shakes everybody's hand, let this kid get the worst of me.
Right.
He's gonna get the best of me, even if I'm not there at that moment. And it's all perspective. You just gotta, maybe today we're not good, maybe it won't be tomorrow. But at some point you will figure out how to be good, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so valuable to have that attitude. It's everything really. I mean, because that's going to dictate where your life goes. And it's like, yeah, you didn't get the result you wanted in that last fight, but man, you from us talking yesterday, you told me you're changing things around, trying to grow, trying to get better. And that's the name of the game. I think a lot of guys, they get comfortable doing what they're doing.
Okay, if I can get better one time, that's it. I want to run it 100 times. I want to try my best to do it as long as I can. That's why I kept my nutrition the way it is. I kept my diet. I kept my life. I'm not trying to fuck around. I'm not trying to go to a club. I want to be lonely. I want to just. This is a short career.
Yeah.
I got 6 years. Right. Recently. I mean, I can push for more years, maybe here and there, but top private, good health, and everything like that. Now, it's just forcing, kick the door and be like, motherfucker again.
I like hearing that too, because as a fan, it's frustrating for me to see like Conor, he's made like so much money, he's like at the top of the game, but I'm like, God, this is the prime of your fighting life. You could be winning the biggest fights, because you can party and be rich the whole rest of your life.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that these years are so precious, because as a fighter, it's like, this doesn't last forever.
It doesn't last forever.
And it's so I love hearing your attitude about that.
If I want that, that's what I want.
So that was 16 you started?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
My first profile was the 17.
So up until then, what do you mean fighting in the streets? Was like kind of like Jorge Masvidal? Was it like organized fights, or just like getting and talking shit to each other?
It was done with the upstairs. It was a mess.
Yeah.
And that's when you get hurt. That's when you get killed sometimes.
For
and
sure.
I'm lucky I never run into the wrong person.
That's true.
I'd be like chilling, and I was a little kid. I would put like a bottom up, so they let me into a club. I look a little older.
You put on a what?
Like a bottom up.
What's that? Oh, button up.
Yeah, okay. So I looked a little older.
Oh, yeah.
Like leather shoes kind of thing, so they let me go in because I was like 13 going to club.
How old do you have to be there?
18.
18, okay.
But I didn't have a hair on my face, fire was growing.
Yeah.
The thing with those things that people are like, okay, I'm a super good starter, long fighting in the world, and I'm full and wrestling. Yeah. That's, in my opinion, also like, you know the best right. But mix with that, this will make you grow. I'm gonna work on that. To mix with that. Because I never wrestling. Most of my followers are wrestlers, so we shoot them. And we need wrestling.
Yeah.
I can help you in the forehead.
Well, I know you've had some crazy, awesome knockouts. The front kicks, also.
That's a problem too, because now you fall in love with that.
Yeah.
I don't see people fall in love with a rear naked choke.
No.
You kick someone head to another dimension, you're like, you know what? Let's just stick to this.
Yeah, it's so exciting to watch. But I think there's a fine line too, because if we think about UFC 300, which we were both there, you have to mix it up, because it's like if you look at Aljamain Sterling's fight, he just took the back or held Cater down, basically. Didn't really do much striking, and then you win, but it's not going to be a highlight.
Adesanya, I I'm not trying to be like them. I'm just people like me.
Yeah, it's there is only one Connor. He's really good at, but yeah, the mimicking somebody like that is just not gonna work.
And a guy like that, I heard him before saying like, oh, I want to be like Connor. He's a big. And I also heard him saying I want to fight Connor. That would be a massive fight. And then he goes back to like, oh, Connor is the best. I'm like, I mean, you gotta choose. You gotta choose one of his narratives. You can be all.
Yeah, how much of it is like these beefs? Because I get the feeling that you really don't like him that much because of maybe you feel like he's not authentic. But how much is it like for the show? Like you create this rivalry to sell, or how much is real?
I feel like some fighters really like play the game and like they just do it for the show, but that doesn't mean they want to knock you out.
Yeah.
For me, I just like to keep it real in a way like, I'm like, you're my opponent, fuck you. I'm not your friend. I'm not gonna be shaking your hand and hugging you and wishing. You gotta be the community. I mean, maybe God just put their hand on my shoulder like, not today.
I got you this time.
But it was weird. Like, in a way, kind of like rolled me back. And I was like, well, that was a hard shot. But then what actually hurt was that one punch in the fifth round. It was like literally a clean punch right on the eye, coming down front. That was what was blinking my eyeball. If I close my eye, I look normal. But if I open my eye, I have two doors in front of me. So I was like, oh, motherfucker. And then on that call.
Yeah, it's it's crazy how the narrative goes because I remember I was sitting there cage side when Max fought Volk and Volk lit him up, and people were wondering, oh, he took so much damage, and because he also lost to Dustin, took a lot of damage, and like you're wondering, like, man, he's not old, but has he been fighting so much that it's too much? So they're like, maybe he's on his way out.
Back then, when he lost to Volk, the tournament, and he lost to Jordan, he was gone. He was gone. That was it. The crowd was, yeah, he was never that good. He went, and he beat Jair, which is about I think beat the guy from London. What's the name of this? Survive-ish, and then I could make it. And my family was really good because it was like my sister, my dad, my wife family. They were pitching like 100 each, and I would like just cover the basics. Because think about it. Back then, it was like a lot of money, but rent was only $300. Like the monthly rent.
Yeah.
And then
that was a lot if you don't have a job.
Back then, and especially back then, that was like $600 a month. Rent was like if you were rich. But looking back, if everyone had a regular salary, 100 each is more easy. Now looking back, but it's like the difference, and there was how the US looks like, how it feels to be like being a Walmart back then was like,
yeah.
We're having crack heads together. And you see like, wow, there's an enormous in the Walmart. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, right.
So it was a crazy experience.
Yeah. And so you trained there for how long?
Like a few months, and then they sent us to Vegas to do like tryouts.
What were you like when you felt you're getting your ass kicked there? When you called home, what would you say?
Oh, I was in prison too.
Okay, so you lost that one in Mexico City, then what happened?
I went back home, trained back home.
Did you make money for that fight?
$8,000.
$8,000. So you
back home, you're fucking balling.
That's a lot of money back home.
I mean, when you're 19 and you have $8,000, it feels like, feels good. I mean, I had a few months of rent.
When you go home, were they thinking you were like king shit?
No, that didn't change until like 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
My first 10 fights in the city, I was nobody. Yeah. And you know, like, home, yeah, that's just like, even when I won my first fight.